morning, everybody. Painblade back here again from Server 1 representing Team Tribes Lab. And today, guys, we are finally going to be doing that Kamui Kakashi Showcase that I've been promising you guys. So it already took a little while. I've actually stopped focusing on my main team completely at this point just to give you this showcase. Resources are getting thin, and I hope everyone's enjoying the update and doing your best to get to 105. Now, I am exhausted, so I apologize if this is not as good as my usual videos. I did put up my first Genshin Impact video at 1 a.m. last night, and it took a while to get it up, so I think I was asleep around like 2:30 a.m. But nonetheless, that's okay. I'm here. I'm determined to show you guys the best case scenario and best use of this newest Kakashi. Now, a lot of people have been asking me a ton of questions since this character's out. He looks cool. He looks incredible. His kit is out of this world, in my opinion. But a lot of people don't know where to place him in Arena and what to use him for and how to make best use of actually getting a kill with him, because that's where all of his statistics come from. So I'm going to show you guys all that today, and we're going to go through his kit and explain to you why he's probably one of the best buff characters now in the game. And you should be 100%, if you pulled him, you should be focusing on getting him on your main team for sure. So let's go through it, guys. So first, as you guys all know, if you've seen my showcases already, we're going to start with the artwork. Now, this is probably one of my favorite artworks in the game. The Kamui effect is in the background with the Sharingan. It looks incredible. Probably one of the best things they've done so far. His kunai obviously having the shining effect, and just look how damn confident this man looks. Now, if it wasn't for Jiraiya being in the anime and the manga, I think Kakashi's definitely my second favorite character. Best teacher, best mentor to the newest generation. Future Hokage. He has it all. He does it all, and he's easily one of those most suave characters in the game. Pure charisma here for this artwork. So kudos to Bandai. So let's go over his stats. Now, a lot of this, again, guys, you have to keep in mind, these stats are Gamma related as well. So you have to put your Gamma on these stats and they will affect them. But if you look at this, look at these stats. These are ridiculous. So damage increase rate at 26%, crit suppression at 16, crit rate at 34, right? Guard rate. Now, this is the one that killed me. Guard rate at 32%. Now, 13% of that does come from my Gamma, but still, 32%, even with that, that's really high for a T unit. Guard suppression rate, pretty damn high for a T unit. Guard damage rate reduction, pretty high. The only two he really kind of suffers in is the damage increase rate and the damage reduction rate. Now, those two are a little lower for him, okay? Now, damage increase rate at 30% isn't the worst, but it could be a little higher for what he does. Excuse me. And the damage reduction rate is pretty damn low. So getting him to 6-star isn't the worst thing for his survivability. All right, so now if we look at his link bonuses, he needs the new Naruto Uzumaki, and you can get him as a 1-star from the shop, guys, so definitely get him. And he does need Sage Mode Jiraiya, which you can also get from the shop. So if you missed out on those banners, guys, that Shinobi Exchange shop is there for you to get these link bonuses. This is the most critical one for him because he needs his attack in order to get the kill, so definitely get this one. The second one he's going to need are the other Hokages. He's going to need Naruto Uzumaki 7th Hokage and Tsunade. Tsunade, farmable. Naruto, you have to pull. So definitely, guys, get on that. The defense one is pretty important for his survivability. And then, of course, the HP one is probably more important than the defense. So maybe they're intact. They're kind of similar. But you need Asuma and you need Hiruzen, the third Hokage. So definitely two characters you can either get from the Shinobi Exchange shop, or you can start farming the third Hokage from the Alliance shop with the coins. All right, so very, very easy to get this one. The other two require a little more effort. So definitely the first one's actually easy as well. Just get it from the Shinobi Exchange, but the middle one you do need to pull Naruto Uzumaki 7th Hokage. All right, so character-wise, in terms of speed, he's actually pretty fast. He's got a ton of HP, obviously being a T unit. Really decent attack actually for a T unit, and his defense, of course, is affected by your Gamma as well as your attack and HP. But overall, guys, fantastic stats. Now, this is unique. Tribe specials. He just got a ton of these. So he's got a 3-man tribe, which boosts own critical rate by 25% and deals pretty decent damage actually, and deals 20% extra damage when attacking first. So when attacking first means you've got to be faster than your opponent. It doesn't mean he needs to be first in the cell, okay? And he also boosts all allies, active allies, damage increase rate by 45% for the rest of the battle. So those allies, like, remember, active allies is the people that are in rotation with him, not his cell. So when it's a random PvE event, those allies specifically will get that boost for the rest of the battle, and then when he rotates with other people, he'll continue giving that effect to those folks, okay? Hot-blooded friend, piggyback, what are they doing? So he's got a few of these here. As you can see, they all have different effects, and it's pretty wild. So the main thing is you need to have Guy in there in all of them, but the other ones, it just requires a different character. So you can get a Sakura, Harano, you need to get a Naruto in there, you need to get who else? Tenten, Neji, and Rock Lee. So if you like to use tribes, these are actually pretty funny looking. Plus, they do give pretty good buffs. So you finally get a few three-man tribes with this new Kakashi. So as you can see, he brings a lot to the table. All right. So let's actually get into the rest of Kakashi's skills. Okay, so as you guys know, we usually go through everything here. We go through the skills, the gear, the scrolls, and vitalities. Now, I don't have him where I wanted him specifically. I do want to get him to tier 17, obviously, but I'm only level 89. I think you need to get 90 or above to get 17. So focusing on 16 right now, I am pouring everything into him. Now his limit break is not available yet because of course you need to get the weapon fragments. And what does his limit break do? Well, right now it boosts all allies critical rate and critical suppression rate at the start of any turn after an ally has been defeated for the rest of the battle. Again, guys, this stacks. So he already buffs so much. Adding more buffs to him makes him so freaking broken. So let's just go into it. But keep in mind here, so all critical rate and critical suppression rate at the start of any turn after an ally has been defeated, okay? That is limit break too, so it is almost crucial you have to get that. So in terms of his skills, guys, so Kamui, what does it do? So it deals damage to any enemy, deals extra damage when you're attacking first. And again, guys, attacking first means being faster than your opponent, not being first in the cell. That is very, very critical. So don't put him first in your cell ever. He should always be last in your cell, okay? And I'll explain why later on. So you boost all allies' damage increase rate by 13.54% if the target is defeated by this move, okay? And that lasts for the rest of the battle. So that means it stacks and it will never go away. Boost all allies critical rate by 19.54% if the target is defeated again by him, lasts for the rest of the battle. And lastly, boost all allies critical damage increase rate by 19.54%, again, is stackable and lasts for the rest of the battle. Those are three of the most powerful DPS buffs in the game. He gives you all three as long as he kills somebody. That is insanely stupidly broken, okay? And I'm going to show you how I've done mine, how I set up mine, and I always end up getting the kill in every arena match, all right? I'm going to show you one specific arena match where I did get the kill. I mean, it happened in all of them, but this one was a good one to show you. All right, so I'm just about ready. So not only does he give you guys Zol's buffs, but his skill 2 also boosts all active allies attack by 18.08% for the rest of the battle. Again, guys, he's giving you a buff that lasts you forever at a very high percent, and it gives it to all active allies. Now remember, all active allies means people that are in rotation with him, not necessarily his cell. So if it's random people being confused, or if it's random people being stunned, as long as he does the skill 2, those people in that rotation will get this buff for the rest of the battle. So it is extremely, extremely powerful. All right, so HP high as usual. It's going to be a large one because he's a UR, and then Quiet Acumen. Boost all allies damage increase rate even further at the start of any turn when an ally has been defeated, and then boost all allies damage rate reduction. So it gives you an actual defense buff by 3.93% after an ally has been defeated for the rest of the battle. Now remember, ZLB2 gives you critical increase rate, and I believe it was, what was the other one? Critical suppression. So again, he's giving you insane buffs for the rest of the battle. These are stackable. Right, so the more people that die, the better he becomes in terms of providing you with amazing buffs. So you're going to become more powerful, more tanky as soon as your characters are dying. So great in Arena, great in Abyss, and everything else. All right, so let's see here. So gear, what did I do? I got 65, 65, 40, and 25. I didn't have enough resources yesterday to finish off the last two, but they're not as essential, obviously, because they're defense and HP. I mean, it is for him for his survival. But again, set up the proper team around him. He doesn't really necessarily need those maxed out, but I will get them maxed out, of course, for doing so. Scrolls and talismans, again, didn't get a chance to finish all of them again. I mean, we could do some of this now, although I don't really have anything to give him. But definitely want to max out both of these for survivability and attack. And then vitality. Now, here's the thing. He's very costly for vitality. You're going to need to get his main one buffed out. You're going to need to get a second one buffed out. You're going to 100% need to get his third vitality buffed out so you can do skill 2 at maximum level and always proc it. And then you're going to need to get this vitality maxed out. So Kakashi is a very expensive character with Ryo. So make sure, guys, you do put a lot of investment into him, but he will do work for you. So very, very important, guys. Get all of this maxed out for him. Get his skills maxed out and watch him do work, okay? So let's jump into Arena and actually show you guys how Arena worked out for me. So we'll go to Ninja Arena and I'll show you guys the match here. So we fought Luck today. and I'm going to show you what he does and how well he does it. So the main thing to watch, guys, is watch my team setup, and I'll explain to you my team as we watch the video and why I did it the way I did it. Okay, so this is the OG Kakashi. Now my team, and what you should be doing with your team for him, is providing him 2 AoEers from the start, so AoE damage dealers, who provide buffs. So my AoE damage dealers are Kirin to give him damage increase rate and to give him attack buff, and my second AoE is going to be Dedera for his crit suppression, his crit rate, and his crit damage up. And that makes Kakashi last. So once the AoEers nuke down the characters, they will leave enough HP for you to finish them off with Kamui Kakashi. So we're going to watch his buff, okay? So there he gave everybody attack up. Okay, so everybody now just got 18.08% from him, and then the opponent also got damage rate reduction down with Kirin. Okay, so I'm going to hit harder next round for sure. So here, as you can see, Sai's doing his usual thing, giving everybody chakra every round, which means I'll probably be doing jitsus every round at this point on. So let's actually go a little faster here, and I'll show you guys. We'll show you guys his special and how I got the kills here, okay? So there we go. Let's get through this one, and you're going to see a co-op next. Now, I think the animation for him is so much cooler in this new one. The old Kakashi just looks a little too like hectic, a little too much moving around, not as confident as the newest one. So I love the new animation where he just stands there. And also his co-op animation looks phenomenal. So let's take a quick look here. All right, so you can see here, it took out 2 guys. So we're going to go at a lower pace here, okay? So the main thing, guys, is I want you to look specifically at my portraits after Kakashi kills a character, okay? You're going to see... Now watch this. This is the reason why you have AoEers around. So Kirin's going to take out some folks. Dedera is going to take out some folks, but they're going to leave a character with enough health for me to finish off with Kakashi, so everybody gets these buffs for the rest of the battle. So watch my character's portrait after, okay? So there you go. That's 2 characters almost dead, 1 a little bit closer. Dedera just finished 2, 1 left. Okay, so here you go. Watch this. Look at that. You see my buffs there? I just got critical rate, damage increase rate, and critical damage up for the rest of the battle. Now everybody here has that buff now. So everybody will be hitting harder with crits, will be critting more often, and will be doing way more damage now. Right? Remember this stack. So if I had more turns and I were able to kill more characters, that continues to go up by almost 20% each. So by the time you kill two enemies, you're already at almost at 40% for those buffs for the rest of the battle. Now, for places where this belongs, remember it's so important to have for Abyss, even in FG, guys. A lot of people are like, well, why would you use it in FG? Well, you have to remember by turn 4, which you'll put him in force essentially. If you can kill a character with him, that makes your co-op that much stronger. So yes, he will be fantastic in both Abyss and FG. Where he won't be that good is going to be Alliance Team Battle. That's where you really don't care about using him because you can't kill anybody in order to get his buffs. But that being said, the opponent can kill your characters, so you may be able to benefit off of his LB too. But as you can see there, he does fantastic work. Like as long as you put him with the proper setup with 2 AoE damage dealers and buffers, and you can kill somebody, this man will do so much for your team. He'll make them stronger. He'll make them hit harder. He'll give you the proper damage rate reduction buff so somebody dies. So this man is pretty much a one-man buffing team. So he does great damage as well. Don't get me wrong, but his main thing is you got to get a kill in order to get those buffs. So everybody gets better and they stack. That's the crazy part about it. Is for the rest of the battle means they're going to continue stacking every time you kill an opponent. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope this helped out in terms of if you have him, where to put him, where to place him. I'll go back and show you the team that I set up for him, or at least that you should set up for him. I'm using a troll team, of course, so people can't farm me for arena because there are a super amount of fast people now. But the way I would set them up is as follows. So you're kind of looking like this for the first one, except what you do here is you'll set up a team like so. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set up my team here. So you can do Mama Sakura, for example. You can do this, and then we'll put in Kakashi here. Old school Kakashi, and then here you can put in Kirin, Dedera. Now here you can put in Sarada as well, like old Sarada or new Sarada if you have either or. Like another 2 AoE users that are great because they provide a lot of buffs. So like new Sarada gives buffs, but the old Sarada gives even better buffs. She actually gives the same buffs as Kirin, but she also doubles. She gives a little more. and she also does damage rate reduction higher than Kieran. So you can add her in, you lose a stun, but I mean, your whole point is to kill somebody. So I mean, you could always put in her and then do it like this, right? And that's a perfect setup right there as well too. So, but for me, I like to use Dedora for his crit damage. And then lastly, of course, you can set up whatever you want for the cell. But that main spirit cell right there, that's key. So that's what you guys want to look at. So if you're looking to set them up, remember two AOE users. Mama Sakura can fit in there as well too for the attack buff. And you want people that give attack buff, any type of crit buff, any type of damage increase rate buff for him in order to finish off the opponent. All right. So I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk soon.